GracieFighter.com, Mataleon.com. Here with Uriah Faber. Uriah, how's it going, buddy?
Doing good, man.
I understand you just had some amateur fights at your gym. Why don't you tell the people about that, how it went, all that stuff?
It went great. You know, there's some talented guys here. I think we had 8 fights, and the matchups were pretty good. You know, a couple fights went fast, some went a little bit longer, so it's all about experience with these guys. There's some tough kids coming up.
Now, I understand you went straight pro, right? When you started fighting, what do you think about amateur MMA? Do you think that's good for these up-and-coming guys to be able to get their feet wet as an amateur before just jumping straight in as a pro? Or
yeah, I think the most important thing is that we have a differentiation between the two, because when anybody can be a pro, it's kind of dangerous. So this kind of lets guys know where they're at before they jump in and catch up with a mismatch. Because I've got guys that have been training since they were little kids. I got guys who just have been training a year, and they're both 0-0 as pros. So
yeah. So it kind of evens things out a little bit, so you don't have a guy with 30 amateur fights fighting a guy with no amateur fights. And
right.
Both pros.
It creates a little history, so you know where you're at a little bit.
Okay. I understand you got a fight coming up with Jose Aldo, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about your prep? I know Jose presents a unique style compared to some of your previous opponents.
Yeah.
Is there anything different that you're doing for your training, or are you just kind of approaching it as just another fight?
No, when I train for certain opponents, I look at what their strengths and weaknesses are, and the guy's extremely fast. He's extremely good with the stand-up. His ground game is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great, and I don't know that he's too much faster than I am. I think he's very fast, but I'm very fast also, and I think I'll just make some little tweaks and keep everything else the same, push the pace. Although he's a fast fighter, he likes a slow pace.
Okay, and then there's been a lot of talk recently on ESPN, and it's kind of been all over the internet about the whole Jose Canseco versus Herschel Walker thing. Now, from your perspective as a professional fighter and as a champion, do you see this as like a freak show fight that maybe shouldn't go down, or is like a good mainstream fight that might bring in new fans from football and baseball or whatnot? Because there's a lot of guys that don't necessarily watch fighting, but might tune into that. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I would say it's good for the sport as long as they say what it is. 2 amateur guys
don't put it on the
putting on
headline,
right? I mean, they can as long as they're honest about what it is. I think it's fine. It's interesting, but by no way is that the top caliber of guys. So as long as they're trying to fluff it up as like 2 of the best guys, if they just say, hey, these guys love MMA, they're gonna try it out, then hey, so be it.